This next trick is so cool that I can't even believe that I'm giving it away. But that's okay. Most people won't come to this channel and look anyway. And in fact, giving it away, you can send your checks in the mail if you want to. Now, what you're going to do with this is you're going to have something pre-prepared, such as this credit card cutout that is fancy, and you can tell that I didn't do it after the fact. I did it ahead of time, so it's sort of a prediction trick, a mentalism trick. This particular one says 2717, which is going to be my final number. But you can actually do any number that starts out with 2000 and that has non-reoccurring numbers. So in other words, you don't want it to be something like 2333, because eventually your audience will get wise to you. So you can have 2717, and then you could have another thing that's typed out that says maybe 2638. That way, if somebody says, I want you to do it again, you can discard this one and bring out your new one and start all over again without them getting wise to the trick. Now, what's the trick? On this one, 2717, it's called Do As I Do. And what that means is that I'm going to create a 3-digit number. Then I need for my volunteer to create a 3-digit number. Then I create another 3-digit number. And then I need my volunteer to come up with a 3-digit number. Then at the end of the day, it's going to total what this is. Now, the way you do this is you disregard the 1,000 spot and you go to the 100 spot. So for your first number, in this case, if it's 717, without making a big deal, you would write down on a piece of paper, this is my number. Or in the calculator, you would say, put in my number, 719. Very easy to remember. What you're going to do is look at your 100 place, which is 717, and no matter what the number is, just add 2 to it. So in this case, 717 becomes 719. If it was 715, it would be 717. If it was 727, it'd be 729, etc., etc. So you got that part down. That's number one. Now, number two is once they give a number such as 656, all you're going to do is make your next number, when added to their number, come to the total of 999. So if they said 652, you would say 347. And you would have them put that in the calculator, or you would write it down on a piece of paper. Not make a big deal about it. You don't want them to know what the subtotal is, because then all of a sudden they would say, aha, I see what you're doing. You're making a 999 every time. You don't make a big deal. You just keep on progressing, keep on progressing. Don't make a big deal about what the subtotal is. And then they'll never find out. Your second volunteer or your first volunteer given their second number could say something like 472. And in that case, you would just say, okay, so that's 527 that I want to add. And you don't make a big deal, but you know that that's going to give you a 999 again. And then the total is going to be the number that you had hidden in view the whole time. And then they'll say, wow, that's amazing. I know you didn't just type that out. How did you do that? And of course, you never tell. It's a very good trick, a mentalism trick. And I'm only going to give away the answer this one time. It'll get buried in the rest of my videos, and I won't do it again.